watching and boys and girls in a classroom, we're ready to start our activity lesson. Let's say the continents of the world. North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Antarctica. The oceans. Pacific Ocean, Southern Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Indian Ocean. Let's sing the song. Asia, Europe, Africa, then come down to Antarctica, North and South America, last far Australia, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic and Southern too. Let's see the continents of the world fast. Antarctica, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, North America. The oceans now. Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Southern Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. We were ready to open our book to talk about the pioneers. But first, let's talk about the pioneer. A pioneer is somebody that travels from one place to another place. In New York, some people were there, and then the country of America was getting bigger. So they must move to another country, to another state. They must go west. So moving west is kind of like hard. But if they brave, they are gonna get there. No! They must bring food, bring corn, bring everything they need. They bring bowls, dish, fork, spoon, everything that you could think of, but not the things that are big, like a furniture. A furniture is too big to fit in a wagon. If there were 12 wagons, they will need a master. A wagon train is a lot of wagons following each other, and they were like a train. Wait for a moment for me to get my history book. Let's open our book in pages 88. Page 88. Let's read the vocabulary word. Frontier, pioneer. America's pioneers. The United States was growing. More people sailed to America looking for a better life. More and more states were being added to our country. Big cities such as Boston, Philadelphia, and New York were growing bigger and bigger. Some men felt crowded and wanted to move on. So they wanted to move on because it was so crowded. They wanted to be surrounded by trees and land instead of people and buildings. Now, in the East, the people were a lot of people, not a lot of trees, surrounded by people, buildings instead of trees and land. No. Let's travel west, but traveling west is very new. They did not wanted to be fenced in. But where would they go? Their unsettled land in the west. Some people began to walk about moving there. Hardly anything was known about the west. There were no towns. So in the west, there were no towns. There were no towns in the west. No cities, no buildings, no people surrounded, but by trees and land where and somewhere that you like to be around. There were no towns. This meant there were no doctors or stores. There were no sheriffs to enforce the law. There were wild animals. It was a new frontier. The brave men and women who dared to move the westward were called pioneers. A pioneer is a person who goes first and clears the way for the other people who follow. So a pioneer is also somebody that go with axes. They hold axes, they go and chop trees, so the people living in the east would follow them, and the people living in the east wouldn't get to cut down trees like them. The first pioneers were men who traveled alone. Most of these pioneers walked. Some pioneers had mules to carry the few things they owned. What was a pioneer's main possession? His gun. With his gun, he could shoot dinner and protect himself from danger. So pioneer would use a gun to protect from wild animals, protect from Native Americans. Also, to get dinner, get food they needed to eat. These pioneers prepared the way for whole families to move to the west. Let's turn to the next page. Let's read the vocabulary words. Loki, pave the way, make a clear path. Pioneer of pioneers. In 1775, the land that makes up Kentucky was brought from Cherokee Indians. At that time, Kentucky was a wilderness of thick woods. How would pioneer families travel through this wilderness? Someone would need to pave the way. While many Americans were fighting the war for independence, Daniel Boone became one of the first great pioneers. Led by Daniel, 30 men with axes chopped a rough path from Virginia to the mountains of Kentucky. This rough path through forests and over mountains became known as the Wilderness Road. As the years passed, thousands of pioneer families traveled